I found another good success story, and it goes back a while, and there was a part two in the meantime of me not uploading it. So you get the part one of the story and the part two because I've emailed this lovely person called Novi. So I'm going to read you the success story now. My name is Novi and I live in Honolulu, Hawaii. I just want to say thank you for helping me fix me and my relationship. I would like to share with you my story. Backstory: May 2016, boyfriend of 9 years, fiance of 2 years, broke up with me and cancelled our wedding, supposedly in April 2017. He said, due to commitment issues, he said he became unsure if he really wanted to be married and have kids, and he also said he was unsure if he really wanted to be with me. I was very devastated and I felt like my whole world fell apart. But I realize now that it wasn't because of commitment issues, but because a few months before the breakup, I became really insecure and jealous of everybody around him, even with his sisters, and I even got jealous whenever he talked to them. Since we got engaged, I began to have the mentality that now that we're getting married, it'll be your responsibility to take care of me and make me happy. For about 2 months after the breakup, I became very desperate. I chased him around and begged him to come back. July 2016, he finally gave in and agreed to try again, but it wasn't the same anymore. It literally felt like I was with a different guy. He avoided intimacy, he was very distant, and felt like he was just forcing himself to be with me. It lasted almost a month until I decided to just let him go and just to move on. Deep inside me, though, I was still hopeful that he would come back, but at that time, I didn't know how. September 2016, I was slowly moving on, did no contact. I traveled, reconnected with old friends, met new friends, and pretty much did everything and anything to get him off my mind. Around this time, I discovered LOA. I was skeptic at first, but decided to give it a shot. Before I slept, I would imagine happy moments with him and starting acting as if. We are back together. A few weeks after that, he called me out of the blue to ask me out because he said he missed me so much. Since then, his actions towards me gradually improved. We began from texting and going out once or twice every other week to acting like we were back together as if the breakup didn't happen. From then on, I did Law of Attraction on and off for about a year. I read The Secret, discovered your videos and other Law of Attraction coaches. I did the whispering technique, rubbing out, imagination, pussy whip, remote seduction, acted as if, on and off. I've proven then all these work. However, I felt something was missing. Law of Attraction works every time, and it always works on my man. But I noticed that every time I got the result that I wanted from him, I slacked, and then unconsciously I went back to being needy, suspicious, jealous, and asking when we will get married. I always complained about him being hot and cold towards me and about his plans about us. We officially became girlfriend and boyfriend again in May 2017. For a few months, our relationship was great, but towards the end of the year of 2017, I began becoming very insecure again, and at the back of my mind, I would always have questions like, if our relationship is back on track, why isn't he proposing? Why isn't he giving me my ring back yet? And the worst part, I let other people's opinion get into me, and as a result, I became very emotional. I pressured him to give me answers on why our situation isn't moving forward. February 2018, he asked for space. He said that due to the stress at work and in our relationship, he wanted to take his time to himself for a while and think things through. His exact words: I just want to drop everything right now and just stay away from everyone and everything. That shocked me and made me come to my senses. I didn't say anything to him because I knew I was the one who made him feel that way. I remembered what you said in your videos that everyone is you pushed out. I made him push me out. I thought to myself, if I don't stop my negatives or my negativities, I would lose him again. And then I asked myself, what am I doing wrong? Because I know that LOA works. It's worked every time I got him back, but why isn't it moving forward the way I want it to be? Then I remembered one of your manifestation stories about self-love being the missing link to Law of Attraction. It literally felt like a light bulb. It is self-love because I did everything. I did all LOA techniques there is, but self-love. 1 week after our conversation, he told me he booked a flight for a 2-week vacation for himself to take a breather. We didn't speak for a few days before his flight. The night before he left, I texted him and told him to enjoy his vacation and try not to stress too much. I told him that I wanted nothing in the world but for him to be happy. At that point, too, I suddenly felt very exhausted. Not from loving him, but from trying to make things happen. that's when I just decided to let everything go. While he was away, I did the whispering technique, and I also imagined telling him, I love you and I am now letting you go because I want you to be happy. You don't have to love me back because it's my responsibility to love and make myself happy. And yes, after that, I felt like a huge weight lifted off my chest and shoulders. I decided to do your self-love meditations really seriously. I did self-love, and I mean a lot. I focused on myself. I went back to the gym. I started dating myself again and again and doing things I love. I decided to do it not to get him back, but just to get myself back. I missed myself so much. I just love the feeling of drowning myself with self-love. I did and still do Ho'oponopono and self-love meditation. This stuff is amazing. When he got back from his trip, our relationship took a turn drastically. It felt like someone put a booster in our relationship. It's so amazing. All the confusions on his part are gone. It's only been 2 months since I've been doing self-love, just self-love, and Ho'oponopono, and we never have been this happy. I've never been this content and secure in my life. The best part is the source of my happiness is not from him. Now I understand when you said, I love him, but I don't need him. He loves me so much, he spoils me, and he couldn't get enough of me. Now that I already sincerely let go of my thoughts of when is this wedding going to happen or when are his plans about us, now he initiates topics about our future. His plans. Future plans on where he would want us to buy our house. He even asked me if I would like the idea of having a baby next year. I haven't got my ring back yet, but I know it's on its way. I am not even worried about it anymore, when it's going to happen or how, because I know it's on its way and I know I am the one. I'm just very happy right now, and I'm very grateful about everything that is happening. And also about the hot and cold treatment. I just realized the other day that I was just reflecting that to him because I was being hot and cold with myself. I was being inconsistent with loving myself, and that is why he was being inconsistent loving me too. Thanks so much, Agnes. Thank you for helping me, getting me back. I owe you everything to you. I really appreciate you and your work. You have helped me so much to find my inner happiness. Please don't ever stop making videos. I love listening to them every single day. Part 2. Everything is going well in our relationship. It's getting better and better every single day. He's planning a trip for us next year and slowly opening up more about his plans for our future. I still have bad days about the marriage, but I think I'm much better now at handling it. I just do meditations. I always make it a point to focus on myself and to prioritize my own happiness every single day. I also feel, Agnes, that I'm a better partner now to him than before. I also forgot to add, I also noticed how when he would always say ours instead of yours and mine. Example, he refers to his car as our car, and when we had to look for furniture for his place, he said our bed, our table. It just feels really wonderful. I'm also applying law of attraction with work. Recently, I manifested a raise and a promotion too. Finances, my relationships with my family and his family too, and everything is going so well. I also have a small buy and sell business I apply LOA to, and I love how my vibration correlates with my sales. Lovely, Novi. Thank you for that second part. I'm glad I waited to upload yours because it's given me a bit of extra stuff to add. So wonderful. Lots of love, and I am going to put the specific person playlist down below for those of you that have not seen all the stories from all the viewers and all their wonderful sharing that they have done and how they have helped you by sending me emails so that we can read and share and learn. So lots of love, and thank you for being candid, Novi, about where you were at and what you learned and what you're doing. So thank you very much.